Yeah, hi. Welcome back to the second part of the introduction to the ERP. So in this, we'll go over the overview of an ERP system and an example of how an ERP system would work in a business case scenario. So, overview of an ERP system. So, when you look at an ERP system, it's primarily made up of different modules, and typically you would see businesses implement two or more of these modules based on their requirement. And when a business implements one or more modules of this of an ERP, it becomes the ERP system for that enterprise. So if you take a look at a typical ERP, again depending on from which vendor it is, at a high level, most of the ERP systems that are out there, either from Oracle or SAP or from Microsoft, see some of the basic modules are the finance module, manufacturing, human resources, sales and marketing, or inventory, so on and so forth. And within the finance, you have the general ledger, cash management, fixed assets, payables, receivables, etc. And here for our example here, I'm kind of taking basing this example on Oracle applications. So based on a company's requirement, you might have a company or an enterprise implementing a purchasing module, receivables module, payables module, and a general ledger module. And there might be another company which might be implementing all these five modules within the finance and the HR module and the purchasing module. So it primarily is driven by the business requirement and the business need. And one of the uh, main things that kind of makes an ERP system is most of these modules that are being implemented are integrated. So in other words, the duplicate of data is avoided. So for example, if you have a purchasing is implement if an organization implements purchasing and payables, now purchasing is the department that kind of deals with purchasing items from a vendor, and payables is the department that or a payables department is the department that deals with paying the vendor for the invoices that they raise. Now in this case, both payables and purchasing, they do both of them share vendor information in common. So in an ERP system, the vendor information is stored once and is shared between purchasing and payables. Now similarly, if you have an enterprise and organization implements CRM and receivables, now CRM maintains all the leads, which primarily are the potential customers, and receivables stores the actual customers that have bought a certain product and whom the organization has billed. So in this case, when a potential customer becomes an actual customer, the data actually flows in a truly integrated ERP system. The data would just flow from CRM to AR, and and rather than creating the whole data again, it would just be maintained at one location. And once a potential customer becomes an actual customer, the CRM would actually flag it as an existing customer and the products or services that they have bought, which might actually help sales and marketing in their future marketing efforts or in their future sales efforts to target which customers would potentially be interested in buying their new future products based on their previous purchase. So as we talked about integration, so in an ERP system is an integrated system. So the information flows from one module to the other module based on the business flow. And in this example, you would see the information from purchasing flows into payables, and where so when purchasing makes a purchase from a vendor and the vendor sends an invoice to payables, before paying that invoice, it can do a lookup into the purchasing to make sure that there was in fact a purchase made with that vendor. and once those transactions, once that vendor is paid, those details would kind of flow into general ledger, which keeps all the journal, which is the book for the business, and keeps all the transactions, which records all the transactions happening within the company. And similarly here, you have an order management system where whenever the organization receives the orders and the orders are fulfilled, once the fulfilled order and it's time to bill the customer, it actually sends the data from the order management to the receivables. So here actually we are looking at something like, right, so the data from order management is kind of going from order management to the receivables, right? So the integration kind of helps the organization to be able to get reports and slice and dice the data such a way that if an organization has to react to an economic situation or to the changing economic environment, they would be able to make the decisions based on the data that is available to them. Okay, so now here is a slide that kind of just reflects on the Oracle E-Business Suite. As an example, Oracle EBS has different about close to 200 plus modules, and here we have this slide kind of identifies them at a high level, at a high functional level. So it has HR and finance, which the product development section has a set of modules. Purchasing has a set of modules related to purchasing, primarily having a purchasing module, iProcurement, iSupplier, so on and so forth. So this is just a flavor of an ERP, and similarly SAP would have its own set of modules, and Microsoft has Navision, which has got its own set of modules. So now let's look at an example in our next video.